I used to wear a dress on TV, you know. I'm a Buck Sergeant United States Marine Corps, and I'm pretty proud of that. You know, here I am walking around in a woman's dress on television.
Yes, and that's your new dress. Let's have a nice hand for
I know that secret. I did not come down here for compliments, Judas. My new dress is disappearing.
The clown could remember everything, you know, and he was always forever breaking me up.
It's Friday the 13th. That's right. That's right. Now tomorrow's forecast.
That's it. You know, I'm gone. I was doing 3 on-camera people plus 5 off-camera voices for $7.50, you know. Is that a big deal or is that a big deal? Wow. What did we know? You know, that's showbiz. Here I am.
I am going to become an elf. That's it.
So I just kept on going and kept on going. Somebody, hey, JP, in the back, he'd always stop and turn around. And if it was a kid, he'd always give him a sucker and autograph a card for him. He was never above his audience, and that's the whole name of the game, audience.
Were you Patch's pal last year?
No, this program has been fairly new to me.
Can you yodel?
No, I
Let me hear you yodel. All Swiss can yodel.
I had my tonsils out. Some doctor stuck a saber about 2 feet long down my throat.
You're kidding. Oh, wow.
Jesus. He was brilliant. And he was a kind of a guy that, gosh, you just wanted to be around. He had that magnetic personality. He was just a good guy.
1, 2, 3, off.
I love this guy. He was my brother. He might as well have been, you know.
Here it is. My son is named Chris, and one of the first times I ever met Chris Wedes, I said, hey, you know what? My son has the same name as you. And without missing a beat, he said, you named your kid Julius Pierpont? That's Chris, that's JP. JP would always tell anybody who asked him, almost embarrassedly, that he considered himself to be a lousy clown. He said, I can't juggle, I can't make balloon animals, I'm a lousy clown. And I always told him that, well, if a clown is supposed to make people happy, make them feel good about themselves, laugh, be joyful, you might have been the greatest clown ever, J.P. Patches. I read a quote somewhere, I don't remember where it was, I think it might have been Maya Angelou who said this. People will not remember what you say, and they won't recall what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. That's pretty good. And I think we can all thank our lucky stars that the day came when Chris Wedes decided to be a clown. Chris's family is here. Wife Joni has been his rock forever. She had to put up with him all day long. You'd only had it a couple hours a day. Her daughter is here, Kathy, and her husband, Jack. And a lot of other family and friends are here as well, and of course, Bob Newman, whom you met earlier. You the man, Gertrude! There he is. And it was my lucky privilege to get to MC the dedication of the wonderful statue in Fremont some years ago. And at that dedication, JP's wonderful granddaughter, Christina Frost, spoke, and she was the highlight of the day, easily. Well, here she is again to speak once again about her grandpa. Here's Christina Frost.
Hi. People keep asking me if I'm nervous to speak in front of everyone, but you know, Grandpa got up on stage on TV for 23 years and he didn't have a script. So all I really have to do is stand here and read this piece of paper, so I think I'll be okay. Most of you are here today to honor your childhood icon, J.P. Patches. Some of you are here to say goodbye to your friend Chris Wedes. But I'm here in a different capacity. I'm here to remember my Gampy. Regardless of how you knew my grandfather, you knew a remarkable man. Kind, smart, funny, a real character. But I'm the only one who knew him as the Gamp, so I have a unique perspective on his life. Grandpa taught me a lot during his time here on this earth, and with both his words and his actions, I feel privileged to have his wisdom as guidance, and I would like to share some of it with you all today. While Patches Pals had their checklist, Grandpa left me with my own set of rules. The following is a compilation of lessons learned from my 20 years of experience with my grandfather. He taught me how to drink from a glass without smudging my lipstick. It's true. He taught me how to bargain like Jack Benny. And he taught me how to say please, thank you, and go to hell in Greek. He also taught me how to make Mickey Mouse-shaped pancakes with chocolate chip smiles. He taught me how to eat with chopsticks. He taught me how to ride a bike, how to read, how to speak to an audience, actually how to speak to anyone at all. And he taught me how to treat people. Now, while I value each of those skills, other lessons were more profound. I'll classify the following as rules to live by. Number one, work hard. My grandpa truly lived the American dream. The son of Greek immigrants, he grew up above a bar in St. Paul, Minnesota, in the midst of the Great Depression. After his mother was hit by a streetcar and hospitalized for years, Grandpa took over the household chores, cleaning, cooking, and caring for his younger sister. He worked in the family restaurant to pay his way through college at McAllister. Shortly after graduating, his father died, and Grandpa supported the family by taking over the restaurant until being drafted into the Army to serve in the Korean War. After working a series of jobs in radio and television, he moved his new wife and baby girl to Washington for a job with the fledgling TV station KIRO as the host of the J.P. Patches Show. The rest is obviously history. As you can see, Grandpa saw his fair share of hardship and rose to the occasion every time. He worked hard for his success, but never flaunted it. That's because he knew the importance of rule number 2. Don't take yourself too seriously. It seems pretty obvious that Grandpa would teach me that lesson. He was, after all, a clown. But between the awards, accolades, adoring fans, statue, and everything else that comes with fame, it would be easy to get a big head. But Grandpa never did. In fact, he always seemed rather surprised just how many people would show up to an appearance or how many affectionate emails he would receive. And when approached with the idea of a J.P. Patches book, he actually said, "Oh, no one would want to read a book about me." That's how completely oblivious he was to how much he meant to so many people. But whether or not he was aware of it, he did have a profound impact on this city and its inhabitants. And that happens to be the subject of rule number 3. Leave a mark. This became somewhat of a motto in the Wedes family. My great-grandmother said it to Grandpa, Grandpa said it to my mom, and she says it to me. In fact, you'll see it in your flyers under a message from Kathy Frost. It means to let your presence be felt, to make the world different because you were here. Grandpa did that in his life. He was a good husband, father, grandfather, and friend. He was a philanthropist, raising thousands of dollars for Children's Hospital. He was a veritable Northwest icon. He may not have found the cure to cancer or established world peace, but he left a mark on this community. He touched the lives of thousands of people simply by making them smile, which brings me to rule number 4. Give the gift of laughter. Grandpa had a talent for making people laugh, and he knew the power in it. His good-natured ribbing and wisecracks had the ability to temporarily distract you from your troubles so you could just enjoy that moment. I think he used humor to distract himself at times also. The nurses at dialysis, rehab, and even at the hospital during his final days were amazed by his good spirits and sense of humor.